this gonna work? Stop recording. I'm gonna move you over here. Let's see. Will it work? I did some nonsense with my buddy Kayoya the other day. My buddy Kayoya, that came out weird. So and it is working. Fantastic. I'm gonna tweet this out then. I have it pasted. Alrighty. Hello everybody. Welcome to the Ramblecast Live, Episode 12. I have no idea what I'm doing with this thing. It's just spur of the moment, really. Pulling my headphone off. So yeah, that's pretty much, that's it really. I actually have things to talk about. I've been doing that a bit lately, just, I guess, centralizing on one subject. Today I'll be a few. Yeah, so let's see. I guess I should, yeah, so, earlier this week, and I don't know why, I just became, really into, the backstory of Final Fantasy 15. Not just, the game or whatever, but, the development process. I think it was the article, the Final Fantasy 7 article a few weeks ago, or last week, I think. I was just, it got me into, all of the, I guess, behind-the-scenes kerfuffle that went on. Because, I'm sure everybody knows this now. It was, Versus 13 before it became 15. And that game, just listening to some of the, looking up so much of the, I guess, behind the scenes, I guess. Pardon me. Just crazy. Apparently, when Tetsuya Nomura, the guy who made Kingdom Hearts, so this is a dead giveaway, when he was working on the project, it was going to be, 3 parts, 3 games, a saga. It had this whole, expansive stuff or whatever, but of course it had to be released eventually, so, a new director came on, and essentially had to condense, freaking roughly 10 years of ideas, expanding 3 games or whatever, a whole expanded universe, into, a single narrative. A bunch of the, stuff that didn't make it into the final game, so don't worry, this isn't spoiling anything. But a lot of stuff was just kind of cut or removed. Just this whole the whole plot involving, there's in the actual game Final Fantasy 15, there's one kind of core crystal, and the previous game Versus 13 there was 4 or whatever, and you had to clarify, clean them all up or whatever, purify them or something. Each kingdom had one. But yeah, then what else was there? Jeez, dang, freaking Doom Train from Final Fantasy 8 was apparently in there, which would have been rad. Apparently it was in 15 as well, until the last minute it got cut, apparently, which is crazy. I would have loved Doom Train, as a boss or something, Final Fantasy 6. Just suplex it, it'd be great. But yeah, friggin', ooh. What else? Apparently, one of the side characters of 15 was gonna be a party member, a core main character. I think his name was Core, I think, actually, yeah. He was gonna be a main dude, but got cut out, he was in your party for an hour, maybe. He was in there for one dungeon and then left. And you see him at a cutscene at the end of the game, pretty much. Well, that's a spoiler. Oh well. Sorry. It's been out. The game's been out for a while. So, it's been out for a month or so. Oh, man. Yeah. There are a few things. Final Fantasy 15, it looks really solid, but, apparently, the engine it was running was really broken. It couldn't run on consoles. So, they had to really kind of, jury-rig it to make it work. That's not the right word. Jury-rig it? That might be it. I've never been able to say that properly. Whatever. gerrymander it, and that's probably it. Whatever. But yeah, apparently they had to like really kind of tweak it, make sure it, just so it can work. There was a I can't remember what it was called, but it was this test film that Square released, kind of showing off the engine. It was called the Luminous engine, and I can't remember what the film was called, but essentially it was running the engine at full power, and it looked really good. But like, friggin', I think the Final Fantasy 15 could only run roughly half of that. I think, which is still like an insane improvement over Final Fantasy 13-3, for example. The video I was watching basically described in Final Fantasy 13, the main character Lightning, her polygon count was like, I can't remember, it was like 15,000 millisecond for an entire model, which says a lot. You're right, and it is. But in Final Fantasy 15, Nox's hair was 15,000. Like, it was an absurd like shift, like a drastic upgrade. But Final Fantasy 15 had some issues, pop in. I think some glitchy, some poor rendering, things like that. So yeah, the video I was watching was essentially describing like, stop trying to jump ahead in the engine, like the game engine race, I guess. And it looks like Square has, like, Kingdom Hearts is running on the Unreal Engine now, and yeah, I think they'll just use the Unreal Engine. So they'll probably work on like modifications to it, like different like shaders and things. But like overall, it'll probably just be the Unreal Engine. But yeah, so but I was thinking, with like Final Fantasy 15, honestly, I know it won't be. I don't know. I was thinking to myself, like, if Final Fantasy 15 flops, and it didn't, but if it did, it'd be the last one. No more Final Fantasy 15, no more Final Fantasy. It'd be the final one. But if it did well, which it did, there'd be more. I don't know how I feel about that. We're getting into 16. There's 16 and onward. Oh goodness. There needs to be like, it needs to stop. Take a break. A reboot. Actually, Final Fantasy 1, like a Final Fantasy 1 reboot would be pretty rad. Though I don't know how it would play. Because like, now Final Fantasy's doing this whole sort of action RPG thing, very Kingdom Hearts. So I don't know how a Final Fantasy 1 remake would work, aside from the phone game, Mobius Final Fantasy, where you play as a guy called the Warrior of Light, which is a Final Fantasy 1 thing, and essentially the game you can like switch classes sort of on the fly. Not on the fly, but like in a menu you can like swap classes from like fighter to mage to thief, whatever. So it might be like Mobius might just be like that remake. It's pseudo turn-based, not really an action RPG. So yeah, I don't know though. It would be an interesting thing. Because I know in Final Fantasy 1, the whole, like, you pretty much start the game and it's like, okay, pick 4 classes and go. So I'm trying to remember what are the classes. It's thief, fighter, white mage, black mage, red mage, and monk, I think. That might be it. I think. Or ranger. One of those two. Monk or ranger. So yeah. And of course, there are far more classes in that game now. In Final Fantasy now, so yeah. It'd be interesting. Though the iconography and like the Amano artwork for Final Fantasy 1 is fantastic. I posted some on Twitter the other day. Chaos or whatever, the main antagonist. Spoiler alert. Not really. It's still early on. Like basically the devil. There's this drawing of it, or this painting that the artist for Final Fantasy, the original one, did, and it's stunning. Anyway, but speaking of Mobius Final Fantasy, it's coming to PC soon. For Americans, which I cannot wait. It's gonna be great. Be really cool. because I played it a bit on my phone before my phone just started crapping out entirely. Basically, it just ran out of memory, so I had to like remove it. So it's having memory problems, which is a problem. So, but yeah, I played a bit of it and I really enjoyed it. So, but it's coming to PC, like multiplayer and stuff. So that'd be pretty cool. So I'm gonna play a lot of that. When it comes to PC, I'm gonna play a lot. When it comes to Steam, I'm gonna just jump in. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's a lot more. I don't want to like spoil a lot of stuff. Though, yeah, whatever. Though there are a few things, like a few kind of references in Final Fantasy 15. I think it's pretty much common knowledge. I think Ifrit is a boss in the game, and when Ifrit appears in the game, he's sitting on Chaos's throne from Final Fantasy 1, which I think is a really cool sort of a nod, I guess. Apparently, the director of the game of Final Fantasy 15, not Nomura, but what's his name? I don't know his name. Tabata, I think. I don't know. He wants apparently to make a like he really loves Final Fantasy 1, so if you were to remake it, I think remake a game, it'd be Final Fantasy 1, which is cool because it's insane. Final Fantasy 1 is very convoluted. I mean, it starts off pretty simple. You know, go save the princess, to go take out these 4 fiends and purify the crystals, but then it gets like kind of crazy at the end. And apparently the remake for the PSP really like added a bunch of extra stuff, like side bosses and things. So I don't know. I want to play it again. Like I played a bit of it. Actually, no, I think I beat it originally. It's been a long time. I think I beat it. But I kind of want to play it again. Kind of play the remake. I think I played the GBA version, and now I want to play the PSP version because it looks cleaner. The sprites look much cooler, much shinier. But yeah. But anyway, Final Fantasy 15 is kind of cool. I've been playing a bunch of games lately. Muramasa and the Demon Blade, which is really good. And then after I finish that, which feels like a long time because it's a lot of like replaying, I'm gonna go and finish Final Fantasy 8. I need to finish that. Like I started it, but I haven't finished it. So yeah. Like, that game is so convoluted, man. It's like, I hop in, and I'm like, alright, I'm ready to play this game, and I'll get through a good chunk of it, and I'm like, I don't want to play this anymore. So yeah. I finished 9 before I finished 8. I started 8 when I was like, oh gosh. I was just entering high school, I think. Which was like 6 years ago. Oh gosh, I'm old. Maybe longer than that, I can't remember. It was, when did I get into high school? That was 09. Oh gosh. That was much longer. Oh dang. But yeah, I haven't finished Final Fantasy 8 yet. I need to do that. It looks weird. Final Fantasy 8. Final Fantasy 9 looks much better than 8 in my opinion. I mean, obviously it came out later in the PS1's life cycle. But like, even Final Fantasy 7 has its moments. Final Fantasy 8 just goes for this kind of rusted, realistic look. And that's much to its detriment. Like, oh gosh, it's so muddy and grainy. The anti-aliasing just kind of, it throws everything off. So yeah, like, yeah, man, freaking Final Fantasy 7. No, 8. I need to play 7 too. I was talking to Monitor the other day, Dookie Shed. And he's been playing that game. It was a few weeks ago, but whatever. He was playing that game and just, yeah, like he was pitching me on the magic of it, like how you set up like the materia and stuff, and I'm just like, gosh dang it, I need to play this. But yeah, oh yeah, so what was it? 2 days ago, Voltron came out. The season 2 of the Netflix animated series, Voltron, which is a remake of the 80s Voltron. It's very good, by the way. Like, if you're listening to this now or in the VOD, like, go and watch it. Like, if you have a Netflix account, there's no reason for you not to. If you don't have a Netflix account, get one and watch it. It's really good. Though I do have this sneaking suspicion that season 1 and 2 were meant to be originally one season, but like due to like pacing issues, I guess they had to cut it. I think, I'm not quite sure, but it's very good. Just go watch it. It's so good. The merging of like 2D and 3D animation is just phenomenal. Yeah, it's great. The thing with Voltron, and I've kind of come to this realization upon I guess reflection after I finished it. I finished it yesterday. Like I binged it pretty much. I watched it in 2 days. It was, I think I watched like 6 episodes. There's season 2 has 13 episodes, and like I think the first time when I watched it Friday, I got like 6 episodes in, and then yesterday I just finished it. It was very good. But yeah, the thing with the show is like I've mentioned my I don't want to say disdain because that's a little mean, but like my I guess my tastes, I guess. I'm not a huge fan of the show Steven Universe, personally. I tried to watch it, I got through season 1, and I was just like, this isn't my cup of tea. But like everything fans of the show, Steven Universe, claim that it is, like, oh, the characters are great, the story is phenomenal, the action is great, or the art or whatever. I don't see that with Steven Universe, but I see that with Voltron. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I know it's entirely just me. I don't know, maybe it's the palette, like the color palette, I don't know. I will say though, the fighting is Voltron, mainly because the animation team behind it, or the crew working on the on Voltron, is the same crew that worked on Legend of Korra, and Legend of Korra is good. Well, that's parts. I can pull the stuff out I like though with Legend of Korra, and the animation was always really solid. But they worked on Voltron, so obviously it's really good. So watch it. Yeah. My chair broke the other day, by the way. I'm sitting on the stool and it hurts my butt. It's terrible. Well, it's a broken chair. It's horrible. But freaking, yeah, Voltron's amazing. I think another thing with, the whole, I don't know, like, I can always find, when it comes to, animation, like on television, for example, there's a formula, I think. I don't know what it is. Like, I have no inside knowledge. I don't know. But, like, when I see, like, shows on, like, Cartoon Network or Disney, I see, like, a formula. There's not a whole lot of style bleeding through. I think there's exceptions to that. The show Star Wars Rebels, that's kind of the exception. Because it's Lucasfilm, I think, working on it, not Disney. So there's a bit of like styling kind of stuff that can kind of bleed through into that. But like overall, like when watching a show on Cartoon Network, seldom do I see like something unique. I think what was it? Someone who works at Trigger Studios worked on Steven Universe, directed an episode, I think, or directed an episode. So that might be a little different. I haven't seen it. I stopped watching Steven Universe. But, freaking, yeah, I don't know. Oh, gosh. But yeah, Voltron's really good. Like, what I was saying is, style is, like, I think because it's a Netflix and DreamWorks production, there's not nearly as much, like, focus group testing. Here's what I think, and I'm probably full of crap, but here's what I think. Voltron is like when the people working on the show were like sitting down getting ready to write a show, it was like, all right, let's make a really cool show, like a cool show that's fun to watch, some really rad animation. And then when people sit down to I guess for like Steven Universe or Adventure Time even, it was like, alright, let's make a show for this demographic, this age group, and then try to wean a few things in for anyone else watching. I think that's it. Cause like, I don't know. Like, Voltron's not perfect. There's some stupid stuff in that show. I'm not gonna defend it wholeheartedly, like, but I really like it. I think it's really solid, and it's kind of a glimmer of hope, I guess. I don't know. I've been like bummed out recently in regards to like animation, and I don't know why. Like, I mean, lately it's been pretty mixed. I mean, again, like Netflix has been giving like has Voltron and has I think it's giving Young Justice season 3, which is all like really cool. Netflix has been killing it, but with like original stuff. But like television animation, it's just really kind of like, I see a lot of remakes. That's probably because they get a lot of attention because they're remakes and nobody likes them. That Ben 10 remake, my gosh, oh goodness, it's horrible. But I talked about that already. Yeah. Anyway, but jeez, yeah. In the Voltron show, there's a lot of animation cuts I really like. Particularly one in there's a scene in season 1. It's fantastic. It's this like how do I put it? It's not like a 360. It's like a rotation. I mean, it's like a semicircle almost kind of rotation. It's like this action scene where two characters are fighting, and the camera's kind of just panning around, and it's like really clean looking, really slick, and yeah, it just stands out to me. That's like something really cool. There are a few others that like stand out as well. Season 2 had this whole episode arc thing. I'm trying not to be. I'm not to be spoilers. I'm trying not to give things away. But there's an episode where a thing happens and a character does a thing, and like, how do I put this? The lighting work changes from like black to pink purple, and the colors kind of get kind of fadey, and it's really cool. Like, there's a lot of rad stuff like that just stands out, and I'm like, this is some like inspirational animation, I guess. Like, I can like find gifs of it, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, like, it's just really solid stuff. I don't know. That's all I can describe. Yeah. Man, what else? I don't know. Voltron's really good. Go watch it. Jeez. So, I was thinking about starting a Patreon. That was the third thing, I guess, I wanted to talk about. And I'm really debating. I guess I'll talk about it first here and make a proper video if I actually decide to do it. Basically, though, I'm poor, and I really like animation. I really want to make cartoons. But I need money, naturally. We all do. That's kind of the thing. So it's either get a part-time job or a full-time job, even, and cut animation pretty much entirely, or get a Patreon and hope I can pick more up on animation. Now, this podcast will have nothing to do with the Patreon, because this is the thing I'm doing live streaming, and I'll put up the VOD later. And or if I'm recording it, I record it, edit it for an hour. Like, it takes like an hour to edit. It's not that long of a thing to edit. And then I'll upload. Like, it's nothing. So the Patreon would be specifically like focused on animation, and like me upgrading my computer, hardware, software, and then life stuff, pretty much. Like, that's pretty much it. I wouldn't make it like some crazy like 90s tier styled thing. It'd be pretty basic, like 2 tiers maybe. I'm thinking about just doing a $1 thing. Just donate $1 a month. That's it. You get everything. I'm thinking about maybe doing a $1 and a $5 thing. Like $1 you get everything. With the I think like it's like $1 you get everything I have ideas for. And then $5 same thing, except like I don't know. I think I actually have a list. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Yeah, $1. I would do weekly streams, which would generally be open to the public. I would probably do a few that are private, where I'd just be animating and hanging out. I would upload animatics to cartoons, concept art, and I have plans for doing art books. Like if I do a ongoing series or something, I would make an art book with like concept art and like commentary and stuff, like a PDF file I'd send out. And of course, about a week or a month later, depending on the project, I'd release everything to the public because I'm not a jackass. And of course, naturally, name in the credits. And I do a $5 thing. Oh, I actually have a lot differently. Where I have everything above except I'd have a Q&A thing where I'd open a Discord server and just hang out, play like Cards Against Humanity or something. And your name would be in the credits, but I'd have like some dumb title like banana, like painter of the banana or something, and then I'd have your name like, Zyke, Scion of Xanadu, John Doe, or whatever the crap. It was just a little kind of extra thing, but I'm still debating on it. I might just do the $1 tier and see how things go. And of course my goals would be new computer, because I can't run most of my editing stuff or any new streaming software. I want to try OBS Studio, but it grinds my computer to a halt. Then I'd upgrade my software, which is HitFilm and a few others, I think. And then get a new mic maybe. Like after the software stuff, I'd probably look into getting like a mic, a new chair, a new tablet maybe. Because this tablet, I really like my tablet, but it's just, I don't know. It's got issues. Some of them are mine, some of them I caused, but some of them, I don't know, we'll see. Like I said, I have issues. Like, I need a new computer just to see if I can remedy some of the issues. But yeah, like, I'm just thinking about it. Honestly, I'm just genuinely contemplating just doing the $1 tier, having everything there, and that's it. Maybe could not do the Discord thing or the special title, but just, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'm being really real right now. Cause like, I don't know. It's either this or like get a job at like Walmart or something, which it'll get me money, but that's not what I want to do. And I know it's a very like dumb millennial speak, I guess. Like, it's not what I want to do, so therefore I'm gonna screw everything and be lazy. I don't want to do that. Like, I have this innate fear. Alright, I'm gonna be really real here for a minute. I have this innate fear that like I'm gonna get into like a job at like Walmart or like Rite Aid, and then or some drugstore or McDonald's, and then just have to like just stay there because like college is expensive and I don't want to be paying off debt for the rest of my life. But at the same time, I want to get animation stuff done, but I can't do that because I need bills to pay. This whole like catch-22 thing. Like, I need money, so I just get paid bills, so I have to work at McDonald's, but I don't have any time for animation, which is what I really want to do. It's this really dumb, like, fear, I guess. I don't know. I'm really opening up with all of you. This is why you come to my podcast, from hearing me talk about Final Fantasy, Voltron, and then me to be like really deep and be like, guys, this is my existential dread I go through every day. This is what keeps me up at night. Oh gosh. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm thinking about doing a Patreon or something. We'll see. I might just make a donation thing. I don't know. Either way, it's gonna take a lot of time to set up because I don't know how to do any of that. I see the letters and I see numbers and it's like, do this thing and that thing and the other thing, and I'm just like, what? But that's how life goes. You gotta learn to swim before you can. You gotta jump in the water before you learn how to swim, but I don't know. Now I'm something really pseudo deep and I hate myself. Anyway, Yeah, I'm gonna call it. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. These are all kind of coming into like 30-minute sort of podcasts, which I'm okay with. I think doing an hour or something is a little silly, unless I have like a guest where I can just riff off of. So, which I still need to do, by the way. I still need to get guests. I need to set that up. Put that on the list. Anyway, thank you all for watching, listening. I saw a few names. I saw a few numbers pop up into the stream thing, but oh well. Yeah. Hope you all have a wonderful day, evening, night, afternoon, whenever I post this. And yeah, you have a fantastic whatever the piss. Goodbye.